Hey everybody, Asher here. Welcome back to Wartales, where you cannot feel the rain on your skin right now because the game is paused. We left off last time with a bunch of interruptions with a bunch of bandits trying to give us hugs, when all we wanted to do was to get down here and try to do this timed mission and maybe some other stuff down in Tiltren, while eventually taking a trade route all the way down here. And that is all excellent. And there's another quest here for going to the Haven, so that is totally another thing. But anyway, we're here, and maybe one of the most important developments is that this timed quest actually did not get canceled by a client update. So that is exciting. We're going to try to beeline down there as best we can. I'm going to skip the wedding banquet for now. The nice thing about this stuff is that it will all be here. So I think I still need to visit like this homestead real quick. So watch this be even more bandits. Okay, we got Loop Vineyard and more progress in the knowledge department. So I'm glad we popped up there for a second. And it looks like we have Rosal Loop. We have a few things that we can commit some crimes with. We have slaves, which is not my favorite. But this is probably why this vineyard is fine and nobody else's. I saved my mistress by pure reflex. But frankly, when I thought about it later, I regretted it. So risking my life for with 2 months to go before I can be a free woman again? How stupid of me. Well, that's exciting. Let's see what else you got here. It may not have been obvious at first glance, but I was a scholar before becoming a slave. One piece of advice: however rich and intelligent you are, never gamble on tournaments. We haven't even been over to the good old place that has... Is there a chest back here? Something looks like it's glowing. I just see the barrels of fun. And we have Gothenburg wine and more Gothenburg wine. We're not going to bother stealing because I have more things to do. But let's talk to the loop here. Of course, we reported the attack. That's the first thing I did after chasing this ruffian away. The guards searched the area all day with no luck. They suggested we hire some mercenaries. Preposterous, you say. Would mercenaries ever show up here? So here's Rosal. You're mercenaries, right? I need your help and I'm willing to pay. Just name your price. Fine, 2 million crowns. My vineyard's the only healthy one left in the whole province, so I have to guard it at night and say some Jill so-and-so tries to get my crop. But I was attacked, I was knocked unconscious, and if my daughter and slaves hadn't chased the rascal away, I'd probably be dead. I can't deal with thieves, but murderers, that's a task for professionals like you. Do you think you could guard my vineyard at night? We will do this later. We're not going to do this right now. But we know it's here. So we're going to assume you're not going to get murdered. I think that is a fairly decent assumption. Let's see here. I think we should be able to walk through these forests and get back to town in a decent clip. We'll find out in a second. Oh, that's right. We got to camp. So nothing says fun like camping in the vineyards, huh? That's another thing about getting back down to proper places is that my food stores are actually dropping a little bit. So we need to work on that. Now we can dry some meat. We actually had to chuck some meat from before. Workshop is fine. Lectern's not doing a lot. We have people that are attempting to run away and failing. It's a very good day. So we don't have to pay anybody. We do want people to eat. So let's I want to cook this pork. That's part of the problem that we're running into, is that we have all of this uncooked food. So pork stew seems fine. And we have a pretty big contingent of people. We only have 1 cured meat right now. So there's some eel as well. Everybody loves eel, right? There we go. So, like I said, we gotta get some cookery done here. And I didn't even check to see if we were gonna get attacked. So we have 10 more meats. I guess I have to loot the meats, right? Maybe the meat ended up in my pocket. Who gets pocket dried meat? I do, apparently. Okay. Ugh! There is a weird thing in my throat. And our team captain here wants to talk to us here. Ferris only hit me because I was in the way. I'm sure he didn't do it. Oh, this happened from a little while ago. By the all-seeing eye, what if he tried to kill me? So we can banish Ferris from the troop? Prepare to retaliate in case of friendly damage. Or helped spending time with Ferris. Gains exhausted status. Gains 1 aptitude point. So I do not want to lose Ferris. I don't want to I don't want to do this. Let's just give Akra some exhausted status here. Ferris gets a bonus here. After arrest, the troop generates 10 less fatigue. So we're just gonna deal with that later. Ferris actually got experience here, and he has one negative because he shot somebody. But we do want you to be able to get puppies, so we did that. Dexterity +2 is great. All right. So, like I said, friendly fire having consequences is definitely a nice change. But let's get out of here because ooh. Now this is fun. I was saying before, I do need to start fighting some of these animals to upgrade to higher level gear. And I want to do that. But I did just say for the second episode in a row that I have some other business I want to attend to. So like all the boars right there, all I'm seeing is like delicious meats. Now I will say that I did get some great feedback from you all in the comments section, as well as the Discord, which there's a link for in the description. But let's see if these guys have salt, by the way. They probably don't. You do have bear and carp. Can we buy you out? And I'm going to buy all the bear meat. I'm going to buy all the carp, too. That's fine. We're not even going to steal it. We're just going to buy it. Now, we could buy a cider or wine, but like I said, we need food. I'm definitely not going to do that. But anyway, I got some really good feedback from people. Yeah, and this is nothing very exciting. In fact, a lot of it's stuff I've already sold for money, including the beans, which suddenly I wish I had beans back. But yeah. I try to make a point 3 times and then get distracted. Welcome to the channel. But yeah, some feedback that I got said pretty much, it's okay for some of these fights that are also kind of perfunctory. We know what's going to happen to them if you go ahead and just like skip to the end. No one said they'd get particularly offended by it. So I understand and I hear y'all loud and clear. So if the fights kind of seem, if we get kind of where we get run into a bunch of times and I'm trying to do something else with the episode. Ooh, I did not notice that the first time. I kind of want to lockpick it right now. I think it has to do with another quest though, so we'll just file that away for later. But yeah, so if we get something like last time where all we did was just get a bunch of people coming after us, I could try to steal the salt. We're just going to buy the salt. Now I could control click, and there we go. All the salt. Let's leave. And are you the one with the trade goods? Bring me proof of the quality of wares, reliability of these cameras. I've heard a certain accordion commodity I'm interested in. I require a sample. I'll have to double check and see which one that is. But for now, we want to do maximum profit margin. So we are going to buy all of this and all of this. We should get some merchant skill here in a little bit for all the shit we've sold. The ornate tunic level 4. I think I didn't have anybody that could wear it. It's light armor. That's a doblet level 2. Yeah, Lothar. Lothar needs something a little better. Let's see, did I sell the wrong thing? No, I didn't. So Lothar, Ferris. Ferris is still wearing a doblet. Well, you almost got kicked out, Ferris. So we'll have to make him some better light armor too. We're still a little bit overweight. We're actually a lot overweight. Let's sort by weight. What do you know? The giant pack of silver cost a lot. Okay, now we have a bunch of iron ore. That's a pretty hefty amount of weight too. So who knew bear would weigh so much? Interestingly, the wood not as much here. Camp weight, you're carrying too much weight. So we can get rid of some of the stuff in the camp. So let's do that real quick. Quick camp. And look, we're camping in town and the background is different. Let's check the camp chest. And in the camp chest, we are just going to have a fire sale. We're going to get rid of a bunch of shit we don't need anymore. So It's a pizza party. It's a fire sale. This brain weighs a lot. This throwing knife doesn't weigh a lot, but we don't need it. We don't need this many fangs. Fortunately, fangs weigh nothing. Outlaw's tunic, don't need it. Sandstone, we might need it, but do we need 10? 6 pounds of cloth is probably too much. We don't need a level 2 targe anymore. This wood's heavy as hell. This leather's heavy as hell. Let's see if we can craft some of that shit away. So let's start here by going into here. Inventory management is my goal. How am I doing? Terrible, it turns out. Wait, by the way, did I see a third commodity that I was supposed to pick up? So we have silver, scrolls, and spices. Oh, Lord, scrolls. For those of you that do not know, FTL was the first game that I played on this channel, really. But Scrolls, the old Mojang wannabe, not wannabe game. It was definitely a game, and it was a good game that got some very poor support. We're not buying hair growth lotion. Okay, so she wants proof of quality of goods. See, the problem is that if we buy all these, we went from having a bunch of money to not as much money, so we're gonna hold off a little bit there. But let's sell you, sell you, sell you, sell you. Almost feels like I need a third horse. Flawed remedy, which I probably need to get up there. Dagger. We still have the pork stew, which is really expensive because it comes with the pot. We need to shed 30 more pounds, huh? Turns out that carrying 50 pounds of stuff is a little rough here. So we're going to cut some of the wood. Let's see here. Is there a reason that we have a third set of saddlebags and don't have them equipped? Okay. Bonus movement by 10. Let's give Meep some bags. So that solves that problem a little bit. We need to cut 15 more pounds. I think we can do that from our camp chest pretty well, but let's check and see if we can craft some shit first. All right. There we go. So we still have to use the, well, we know how to do it now. Violent comfrey for a flawed remedy. Fun. If we need some other light armor, that's level 2 light armor, which is not as good as the light armor down here. You know, we have coal and iron. We might be able to buy some more coal, but we can't. We have enough to make 2 of these. Okay. So let's do that. Let's go over to the forge. Look at how the day's just bleeding away. I had plans. And then how many? We still need some more of this shit too. And that's more weight. I just feel like Giles Corey at this point. Somebody's gonna get that reference. All right. So we have reinforced plate armor that we have built. Now we can get the even more better plate armor. So I'm going to build 2 of these and try not to fuck up clicking on it. There we go. Ironman mode. QuickTime event failure. But I did get an armor layer available. Okay, let's build another one. And that's even more knowledge. So why can't I forge you? Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Here we go again. Oh, missed it. All right. But still got 2 stars on it. So that's where we have our self-made armor that has these little things for these little defensive layers. So let's see how this goes. If we got to give our main tank some of this because that's Tracker's armor. It's got good critical damage. Let's do it like this. So, cool. So, superior plate armor. Theranol, who I still need to get a better weapon. Maybe we use some of our knowledge points just to get a better one-handed axe, because I'm not finding them dropping anywhere. She needs much better armor than that. No wonder she's been taking so much damage. So that's... Okay, so Marcus, how you doing? Marcus wears heavy armor. That's pretty much the same. And you wear medium armor. Okay, so you have an iron axe that's level 2. You have a felling axe that's level 2. So we have 2 characters that need better axes. So let me ask you a question real quick in the compendium here. We have iron axe that we can build, because we have built it. We move up to steel axe. This one's one-handed, right? Yep. And there are some, it looks like there's some extra materials we would need to get it, and some of that stuff is crafted. Shit. Well, I still think it's worth learning, because we're going to have to get some of this anyway. But yeah, those little glowy things, I think, like there's a lot of things we want to start to learn here. Anything in the workshop that I'm missing? Not really. We don't want to build the whip. And then there's definitely some good stuff in knowledge, but I haven't seen anybody in comments say, by the way, do this since last time. So we're gonna work on trying to up our weapons game here, starting with the axes, which is a great way to get them to drop in game. All right. And it looks like we have another knowledge point that we can drop. It's nice having analysis paralysis going from 1 to 2. So we need wood, we need white leather, and coal. White leather coming from the ghosty creatures that we walked past before. I think the next good one that's going to be to get, I mean, the Brigadine is obviously really good armor. Kind of surprised I don't have light armor that I can craft, but I guess I never learned the padded doblet. So we're just going to pick up the, well, spears are good, but we've been doing okay finding spears. Let's do this. Okay, so we got a few other goals here. Reinforced plate armor. I wish I could organize by armor type. That would be really, really good. But level 3 armor, level 2 heavy armor. So did we not give Theranol the big one? I think we didn't. Okay. There we go. So level 3. Just gotta take your time sometimes staring at these tiny menus. Reinforced plate armor. It's not even that they're that tiny. Then he's still in medium armor. So I guess we do have only 3 people in heavies. All right, cool. So we can sell those. And that's 10 more pounds gone. Cool. Okay. Crafting is fundamental. Oh, wait, while we're here. So we can go ahead and just add even more armor to you, and then we have one more that we can build here. Can we craft it? I don't know if we have the stuff to craft it. Maybe we do. It uses more materials, so yeah, definitely. All right. Oh, we apparently got a bonus. Cool. I didn't click to see what it said, but the bonus does exist. Okay, cool. So everybody's got a tragic backstory here, including the blacksmith, who is trying to sell his Gothenburg restoration. We're going to sell this armor. And just like that, we got upstarts for the title. And we're pretty much in a point here where we don't need a scalpel. We have some pristine fangs we probably don't need. We do need the lockpicks. We probably need the wood. We could probably, now that we have some bag space, use a few more of those. And yeah, I think we're set. Cool. So, all right. So much ado about something. Let me just pause here because I didn't realize something was open on my phone this whole time. And one of the fun parts about this is that I am going to have to split up this recording into 2 episodes. And I did just say before that maybe I'd edit some stuff down. So we'll have to see. I think the me fumbling through my inventory stuff is okay. Anything else here? We do have complete this in a day. So we have 2 explorations. It says it's easy, but much like Star Sector recently, saying easy versus being easy is 2 totally different things. So we're going to start by walking down here. And then we have this troop and this troop. And I'm honestly not sure which one we're going to get to first. But whatever it is, we got to start moving our butts. Because we are nearly over encumbered. We have just scared off a merchant. Let's see what the merchant has to say here. You have rats for sale. Hey, merchant. Let me see your fine wares. I have the finest rats in all of Vertruse. It's like, I bet you do. Oh, let's not totally gas ourselves here. So let's see. This merchant says, nothing, you idiot, because this merchant is locked in my basement. This merchant sells mosquito proboscises, which makes me honestly wish that I was looking at rats. Now, I do know that I do need to buy some Alzarian powder, so I'm going to buy just a little bit. And since we have some sandstone, we're going to sell our sandstone. We're going to sell it like this. There we go. Now we're underweight. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to need 10, but I definitely need to buy a few. All right, so let's make sure I'm not going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Well, no. We're just going to veer right because we never made it over this way. We're just trying to get to the Gothenburg crossing here. So take a right back to hell. Vertruse has been really nice to us, but now it's time to leave and hopefully get to where we're going before exhaustion sets in. Now, one of the nice things about this is that we should just be able to run through. Yeah. You don't actually have to stop. So now that we're here, we only have a little bit of time left. Tiltren County is still an independent state. That's not 26 minutes. I'm assuming that's 26 hours. It's going to be a bit of work to try to do both of these. And then we still have recruit somebody at the jail. We still have the bandits. I may try to do this on the way back because we're going to have to do the whole world trading thing. And we haven't even made it over here yet, which technically there's multiple ways to go in for multiple cats. But for now, I think we go for this one, which means we're going to have to go up the hill probably because this is going to be a pain in the ass to run around. So let's just go due west. Hey, look, our suspicion no longer exists. We are just mercenaries cutting through the forest to try to make good time and then popping up on a merchant again who has an Inquisition X and some good medium armor, but we're gonna pass. And we got glowy animals over there because it's nighttime now. And this may not be a terrible time for us to take a glowy animal fight, but we are kind of beelining right now. So that's how it's going to be. And what I love about this whole system of going the maximum possible distance is that Arthes is incredibly impoverished. That's part of the story. It has been their economy's been completely destroyed by war. And so we're going to sell a bunch of rich, valuable silver and spices. And I didn't even get scrolls because honestly, I don't think I could have cut more weight. We also have the fate of Tiltren that is still attempting to be picked at for here. And honestly, that's what that circle was for. Yeah, we've said before, and I'll say it again. Screw you refugees that are just trying to turn around and say, you know what, we're the masters now. I mean, here's a way to think about it. Okay, I am gonna camp and pay my wages here. But a way to think about it's pretty simple. Now, I don't want to spoil too much for you here. So if you haven't read a book series that's over 10 years old here, The Hunger Games ends on a very similar note, where it's like, okay, now we have taken control. Now we're going to have the capital send children to fight in the games. And that is a terrible thing to do. So we can't cook our bear. Okay, I knew we couldn't cook our bear. I can't believe I talked like a person who makes fancy YouTube icons with my face on it. So there's grilled pork. Now we're cooking. And now we have all the salt has been used. Everything is fine because we have meats for days. Anything that we can put back in here. We have chains, which we need. We still have this hunting contract. We have a puzzle piece that we're going to need. I half want to go back here. We actually had a lot of powder the whole time, so that's exciting. This is exciting. I think we're okay. And I think we still have, we still have carcasses, speaking of weight that we're carrying around. Yeah, that's not disgusting at all. Lothar the Novice Scholar. Yeah, I think we're okay. So let's eat our dried meat. Let's eat our pork and beans. Let's have some grilled carp. Let's have bear, but not too much bear. All right, that's fine. Pay wages. Now everybody's happy. Nobody's trying to backstab each other, and hopefully we have more endurance for tomorrow, because we've definitely produced some things, and if we look back here, we actually didn't fully rest. Yeah, we don't have a ton of time left, so let's unless that's 22 days and 27 hours, but that would make no sense. Let's just head on over here. But yeah, the whole point is that, maybe those that rose up from below, there's certainly a lot of anger. I definitely understand. Years of institutionalized destruction, genocide. But I think a lesson that has been borne out and repeated in history again and again is that simply repeating the mistakes of people before just out of a sheer want of vengeance is a great way to have that same shit happen again. And I don't think that's that controversial. And I still have a hunting contract for the she-wolf some such. I think those are just boars. They may lock into us anyway. So if we get a boar fight... Yep. Exit pursued by boar. Can we run from the boars? Wow, we actually can kind of run from the boars. There's our... One of these is our contract. That's probably our contract. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stop the recording, but not stop the game here. And I may have to do it post-commentary style for the next part. And we are going to come back here and try to beat up these people. It is supposedly a much bigger fight than something that is just easy. And also we have some other people wandering around in the woods. So weird, Tiltren, what you doing? But the very nice thing is that when we're done here, we've actually just bypassed a bunch of shit. I know we have 300 more crowns over here, which is definitely nice. We could just waltz over here and go ahead and do this. I mean, for now, let's fight the fight that's in front of us. Expires in 2032, so that seems like real time. It may be an issue to get all the way over here. We could try it. I'd hate to make that run, only to have it like fail. We also have the Bandit's Lair in Tiltren, which is going to be a dicey fight. So I'm going to make that decision in a little bit, but for now, let's take a moment to stop recording so that I can finish this up later with some sanity. And you'll probably hear from post-editing me unless weird shit happens and you get to hear from me sooner. See y'all in a minute or longer. All right, so I'm picking up where I left off. This is Asher in post-commentary land, where we are going to walk up to this group here and hear the following words. And I'll get into why I'm doing post-commentary here in a second, but it's Lieutenant Intelgard, however. Oh, Mercenaries has the good king of Alazar finally forked out the crowns. Had he given us a raise we deserve, I wouldn't have spat in his face. Believe me, whatever the old miser promised you, our heads is nowhere near enough. You know, that may be true, that may not be true. Oh, it's level 4. Okay, 330 crowns. This price actually seems about right. So Bob Barker would be pleased. Drew Carey, I don't know. He doesn't host The Price is Right. But here we are. So we're going into combat. And as I said before, we may be scooting forward on some of this. Although, like I said, I am in post-commentary land. In part, we have Fragility coming in here. And I have to double check here. It's because Niram actually has a talent that I picked up last time, Deadly Contract, that applies fragility to the closest enemy. However, as you're going to see, if I move him around, it doesn't change where fragility goes. So it's just wherever he drops on the map. RNG be RNG anyway. It's a beautiful snowy day in Tiltren, and we're here at Entelgard's all the way over here and not giving a specific buff to everybody, which means we don't need to worry about it right now, which means we can just move around and go by the numbers. So we are in the post-commentary life right now because things did go sideways, and not in a good way, but that's the way it goes sometimes. But I may skip through some of this stuff. We do have some happy little inventory management and things that are coming up as well, as you will see. Oh my god, spoilers. I'm not supposed to spoil. I'm supposed to talk contemporaneously as I'm just wandering around the map to try to set up. So we'll go ahead and get to where we actually start the fight after I shuffle everybody around. Alright, so with everything set together here, it's time for Theranol to start doing her thing. She needs a better axe, but what I'm going to do here is try to take advantage of the debuff that was put on this foot soldier and work accordingly, so she's going to tie down. This person in Niram is just going to take a nice happy little walk over here, and there's a lot of different things that he can do, but I'm going to put him in ambush range. You know, it's interesting. His weapon, he's had it for a very long time. For all the other weapons I've had drop, I haven't had a dagger drop. And it's weird because I've had it rain daggers on me on other runs in this game. You're also going to see there's a lot of lag. And I wonder if some of that lag in this fight is just because I had the game open for so long. Like, it sat open on the pause screen for about 4 hours. So sometimes that could, especially in a game in early access that's still in development, weird things can happen when the same process is just sitting there for a while. But anyway, we have a small clump of people to the left here. So we are maxed out on Valor points, so I don't want to hit that bear trap, but I'm not as concerned about the other stuff that's going on here. So we're going to do something that I get early comments in the series for. Again and again, make sure to take advantage of the range of the pikeman, because I can do shit like this. He has heavy strike, so he has no range. So we can just have Akra stab him, because once again, that move is overpowered, and it keeps him from actually moving, even though he does get stabbed back. So best friends, they're going to get attacked here. So Matt Parker getting to be the tank today. And I do have a lot of archers in support over here. But once again, we're just going to see just a touch of lag as weakening blow. We have the Valor points do weakening blow. I can't even talk. But see, Matt's really nice for just having a hammer and destroying people's armor. Then we have Tony with his weapon. But once again, there's a lot of me evaluating the scene and everything, and what it's going to come down here is just a few moves. We have Alex. Now, Alex has her good old Decapitator Rex. Marcus has his spinny thing. Drakion has his spinny thing. So there's a lot of potential moves to do. And that's part of the interesting part of Wartales, is that there's no one good way to do this. And you have a little bit more freedom than maybe in XCOM or something, where everybody is locked into a turn. But we do have bonus damage decapitation, but strangely she decapitates by shoving the axe into somebody's face. I guess that's a way to do it. Fury for fun. We get it for free because she gets a Valor point for engagement. Good job. I was thinking correctly here. So now we've got to flush out some other people. And this is where Akra could use maybe a better stabby stick, because he still has the one that shoves him around. And that's not a bad move sometimes, but here with the rocks it doesn't really matter as much, so we're not getting maximum value. Because this guy does have a little bit of range, Akra does need to go in position to where if this person moves, he can just stab him back. I hate those hammers. The health damage sucks. Unfortunately, somebody has just signed up for their own death because they have just clumped up near one of my AoE people in for a second, and we're going to have Danger Tree over there blocking our view for a little bit of this fight. Lieutenant over here are going to be having a grand old time. And I'm just like, holy shit, these guys can move. But fortunately, not enough. So that's pretty nice. This is actually, as far as fights go, this is one of the good ones that show things like first shot here, which will do a critical hit if no one sustained damage here. This is where some of the gear that we have is really starting to show its luster. As Ferris, save Ferris. That's what we say to this. That was 90 damage. That's... Be glad, Akra, that when you got friendly fire that isn't what happened to you. So we have Marcus over here. I'd rather use him with it. Once again, I need better axes. One-handed axes are something that I need to work on here, so we'll do that. Blade Storm is good. Why are my cats destroying things right now? They're always destroying things. They're cats. The nice thing is putting Fragility on here, and then we can somehow swipe somebody's armor away. It's a good day. So here's Fearless Leader running into the corner. We have Drakeon. I could try to engage her, but I don't think that's the best idea. And this is going to feel a little bit like a womp womp wasted attack, because we want him spinning and winning if we can, but he only gets Valor points. It's something where maybe I should have him with a two-handed axe if I get a better one for him. But for now, it's time for the fun with archery part of the video. So how are we going to do this? We have 2 shots down here. We have volley of arrows, which will do a double shot if we get a crit, which means I really should be crit fishing instead of stacking dexterity on Tony. But instead, he's going to run in the snow, and he's going to try to go for the kill here on Mr. Lieutenant, and no crit. So fortunately, we do have another shot, recoil shot, which kills. And we get some lag, because it's fun. Wartales, don't leave it open without running for a while. So yeah, this is, once again, Lothar has his just regular shot. I'm not as excited about this bow as some of the other ones, although the volley one's not bad. Let's not do another friendly fire, please. And that's a good shot, so we're kicking it up a notch. I just hate that he doesn't get like a second bonus hit, so just a little bit of swipey, and maybe one of the cleanest first turns I've had. Clearly level 4 enemies, not the danger they used to be. So just evaluating my options here. Second shot, can we actually get a kill? No. Once again, I'm buffing my dexterity for that flat damage, but it would be really nice to have some smaller ways to splash some damage sometimes. Like we have Alex here, and we can do some free stuff. Akra could potentially do some free stuff. Like stabba, stabba, stabba. Oh, am I actually going to be nice and just... Oh, rally troops. That's smart. Why would I remember what I'm doing here? And I could actually spear wall just to take this guy on. That's a waste of a valor point, as you will see here in just a minute, because what I was thinking about doing here was trying to prevent that guy from attacking, and he just ended up attacking anyway. And all Alex has to do here is just use a fury. And I guess we got the other guy hanging out down there, but... The question is, we have a bunch of people clumped over there. Do we care, or do we just have Alex say off with your head? We have Alex say off with your head once again by splitting it hot dog style instead of splitting it off hamburger style. People do not like it when I use that description, but what can you do sometimes? All right, so this fight is just about in the books, but we've got a few more kills to show. That's fine. So Marcus doing good. Marcus doing better. Once again, hot dog style is what our group seems to like to do, and then we can just 73 damage. That's a nasty sword, man. Do not piss off Marcus. That's for sure. Okay. Any day now, Niram. Are you going to double stab in the back? You're going to double stab in the back. And There we go. He sliced him so hard he vomited. That doesn't seem to work when you cut somebody's throat so hard that they can suddenly vomit everything out. But in Wartales, we don't question the physics of brutal kill cutscenes. And Nirm's job's kind of done, I guess. And that's okay. He did good. We have our main tank energy. We have our rock forehead energy. So far, we've only taken armor damage, not health damage. So, little bravado again. Once again, her goal is to tie down people. So, for her role, she's really good. Now, once again, I said before that Tony needs some crits. Can we get a crit? That's one hit. That's another hit, and that looked like it hit the tree, but it actually just destroyed somebody. So that's 90 damage in an attack. Remember when I wasn't sure about how some burst damage that I'm doing? Suddenly, we only have a few people left alive on the opponent's side. And if it wasn't for the fact that one of them is the leader, I probably would just go ahead and end this fight. But we do have Itilengard. Is that how we're pronouncing it today? I kind of want to just delay with somebody if I can, because I want her to move closer. I don't know if I can. There's Marcus. There's Ferris. So once again, we're going to be able to hit her because she's taken no damage. And I guess this is just what we do, inch by inch. Move it forward. That's a lot of damage. That's 57 more damage. Can we get another crit for the kill? We're galvanized, and she just falls over backwards. Like, I mean, arrows hurt. And look, I didn't even have to skip any of the fight, really, except for some of the beginning setup. So, hooray. We gained victory now. Ferris became a tormentor. That's exciting. I'm glad I'm watching this again because I missed that before. But you see that, and you're going to see me do some stuff here with the very happy, like, Meep show, because Meep was the name that everybody hated. We do want him to get Constitution, so it's great that we can give our horses career plans. I did not have a war pony in here, so I didn't actually select the talent that's there. I will fix that later. But we have a Legion Hammer. I don't really like hammers. But we have Mutiny, Raging Spiral, 80% strength attack to all units in the area. If it hits more than 2 units, they get vulnerability. That is a good weapon, and Strength 13 is really, really nice. So overall, good loot. For the sake of me staring at the loot here for a while and trying to figure out what the hell I want to do with everything, let me put it like this. Alex is going to get a new shiny axe. And we're going to jump forward in time just a little bit. See, there's Alex. There's Alex's Brotherhood Great Axe. Maybe I did this faster than I thought. So I do like the beheading skill. It is a very effective thing once you can pull the armor off of somebody. Mutiny is probably just stronger, and it lets her get back to being her AoE crazy person, which is nice. Although it was good that she could engage before with that stuff. But look, it's so pretty. It's like a nice gold unique axe. So, hooray, very exciting. Let's move forward just a little bit. All right, so now we're running down the hill. I've had a little bit of interactions with merchants. One of the nice things about having so much money is that some of this really expensive gear that I've had before, I can buy it now. There's boars where we could probably use the meat, but I have other things I want to do. As I mentioned previously, I was terrified that if I closed out the game that I'd lose that 300-ish contract there, so I don't really want to lose that. And then we have more merchants that I'm going to chase down here because I am suddenly hungry for gear. That'd be pretty good. Might I interest you in my humble wares? Inquisition axe. Well, we just got a better axe, although Arm of Justice would be pretty good. Just doing the quick comparison here. So we're going to stick with Mutiny and Raging Spiral. But we also have the valuable Gas Bomb here, which is a medium armor level 4, armor 45. And so what we're going to do here is reward Alex for her good work. And we do need some better medium armor for a lot of people, and this is the kind of armor that we're getting. So what better way to invest in our people than by giving them some really good stuff? And you'll also see here that we can possibly improve him as well. Okay, maybe not as much. I'm still not sure about the one-hand versus two-hand, but I did also buy from another merchant some similarly good light armor. And I don't know if I'll show it later on here. I am going through my archers being like, hey, they all need armor. But what I forget for the moment, but I remember towards the end here, is, hey, there is one person here that can only wear light armor that actually constantly gets hit in the armor. And that would be Niram. So this armor would be much better for Niram. I don't equip it to him first, but it's coming. All right, so let's get to town. So Stromcap, I missed you a little bit. They have woolen cloth, amber, and pottery, apparently. So I don't know if some of the stuff's moving around or if I'm forgetting. I swear they used to only have 2 commodities. It's been how many community updates since I've been here? So, Rick. Fortunately, we can collect that bounty from you. So, hooray. It finally did not get destroyed by updates. And we do have some other missions that are available to us. But I have enough on my plate right now. Some of these expire pretty soon. Well, there is one that I see here, Vanglish Elegans Troop. And one of the reasons that I'm thinking about doing some of these missions is that if I can get yellow drops for gear, that'd be really nice. Obviously, we still have the Bandit Slayer. We still have Matthias Lund, which people have requested off and on that I fight. We have a few other missions as well. The rat infestations missions would be like really good bonus stuff. Now my cats are actually like trying to attack each other. That's not great. But anyway, here is this place here. So if these things are back on the menu because they're not expiring, that would be really, really nice. So 3 Hairs Market. What a fun place to be. Legland was one of the people that sent us on a journey, but with the way that the mission descriptions are stacked up at this point, I've talked about it before. I forget sometimes how things go. He says, I agree to buy wares and sell them in his name. And we have our little pop-up here, so it confuses me for a second. There is a give button. I believe an exquisite marinum commodity will do something here, so me clicking out is just me being a moron. That's par for the course. Welcome to the channel. But we have here lots of goodies, and it does kind of look like one of those commodities was added in after I sold something here. So we're going to give spices. Give the spices. Control the universe. What an amazing smell. I can already see my clients rushing to my stall to find out what smells so good. I agree to deal with the merchant of yours, but my previous providers are far from pleased. I've received a number of death threats. You will have to deal with them, or my stall will be in ruins. The next time you stop by, one of my clients told me she saw them giving me the eye just outside Stromcap. So we have on our hands another fight, which is very exciting. And also we have all the same people over here to talk to. Remember when I used to steal salt from people? Now I can just buy salt from people. Funny how a life of crime has been turned into a life of making stuff here. I could buy rat or mutton. Do I buy chicken even though I'm not sure I can actually cook chicken? That would be the dumb thing that I would do. Raw chicken. Well, you put it over a fire. But yeah, apparently bad decisions were made. So then we have also over here, once again, I just want to buy all the salt. Apparently, Tiltren is the place to be for salt, so that when I fight some beasts, there will be some other issues, and I'm double checking. I do end up needing some more medicine as well. So this is a nice resupply. Thank you for the reminder. I think it was Rock Forehead who did it a while ago. I do need to keep 10 of the snow irises so that I can turn them in at the gate. And also, much requested here, hand bomblets. I can make a bunch of them. And this will give me even more knowledge here. And I do have one character that would seem to benefit pretty well from being able to throw something, because he does have... Okay, we have Flawed Remedy versus Regular Remedy, which just uses Comfrey, which isn't bad. I guess it doesn't heal as much. But yes, we have a bunch of Snow Irises in Comfrey. We are flush with stuff, and we haven't had to run through medicine quite as much as I was expecting for as long as it's been since I've made this. So, hooray, more medicine. But Niram's going to get the hand bomblet, and we're just going to have a blast of a time here. In fact, here's Niram right now. I haven't actually used these in the game ever, even in any previous saves. So, yeah. Didn't realize you can only equip one here. I'm not sure if the rest of it's going to come from the inventory or what, but there we go. A cutthroat with bombs. You love to see it. So last item on the agenda, other than buying an apple pancake, obviously, is instead of camping, and I probably could use to camp, but we have so much money and the beds are so nice here. We can just rest at the inn. And I guess that means our prisoners won't run away because we get lodgings for them too. So there's our bar filling up. It's all very happy, and the rain is out, and now we get to talk about what we're doing next because I am still lugging around some gear. Our companions feel happy. We haven't had to worry about paying. We do have some knowledge we need to get. We do have 2 contracts, including one that ends in 12 hours, which complicates things a little bit because I really want to do I feel like I need to do the protect the Tiltren merchant fight out there, but I wonder just a little bit if doing that will cut off my time for being able to go over here. And also, knowing the map like I think I know it, I am not 100% sure I can go straight across the mountains there. I may have to go around a little bit, so that's going to be some interesting walking, but still, it is time to depart here. This is Asher with more Wartales. A little bit weird on the post commentary, but hopefully it worked out for you all, and hopefully it goes okay in editing. That means this episode is slightly shorter than maybe before, but still, I'm having fun playing this game. It's nice to go back to old areas and revisit them much stronger. But yeah, we'll do this again soon. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts in the comments. See you next time.